रुको थोड़ा, एक सिंपल सा सवाल है। 1 मीटर इज इक्वल टू कितने सेंटीमीटर? 100 या 1000? सच बोलना, थोड़ा सा डाउट आया कि नहीं। मुझे भी पहले यही कंफ्यूजन होता था, पर जब एक सिंपल ट्रिक समझाया गया, सब इजी हो गया। वेलकम टू सिंप्लीफाइड ICSE। मुश्किल कॉन्सेप्ट्स अब होंगे सिंपल। चलो, नाउ लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड दिस
Memorable
स्टेप बाय
phrase.
स्टेप।
This is the secret key right here. And there it is. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. That's it. I'm not kidding. This one sentence is basically the magic wand that's going to turn all that metric confusion into pure metric confidence. Go ahead, commit this to memory because we are about to unlock its power. King
So
for
here's
kilo,
Henry for hecto, died for deca. You get the idea. Now that by right in the middle, that's your anchor. It stands for the base unit, which could be your meters, your grams, or your liters. This little chart is your roadmap for pretty much every conversion you'll ever need to do.
Okay, so we have the map. Awesome. Now we just need to know how to read it. And luckily, there are only 2 rules you need to know, and they are so straightforward. It all comes down to one simple question. Are you moving left, or are you moving right on our chart?
and the rule is so simple it feels like cheating. If you're going from a bigger unit to a smaller one, you're moving to the right in your sentence. So guess what? You move the decimal to the right. And if you're going from a smaller unit to a bigger one, you're moving left in the sentence. So the decimal also moves left. It's that easy.
And here's the key. Every single time you jump from one word to the next in your phrase, that's one decimal place you move. It's a perfect one-to-one match. Enough talk, let's actually put this into practice and see how it works.
All right, let's take this number, 23.4 grams. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to turn this into milligrams.
Okay, using our phrase, we start at the base unit, which is grams. We need to get all the way to milligrams. So we jump to deci, that's 1, then over to centi, that's 2, and one last jump to milli, that's 3. 3 jumps, all to the right.
So what do? We take the decimal in 23.4 and we just hop it 3 places to the right. 1, 2, 3. And boom, we get 23,400 milligrams. See? No calculator, no complicated math, just a simple little count.
Let's do a really common one, going from a tiny unit to a base unit. We've got 495 milligrams, and we need to figure out how many grams that is. So, where do we start? Well, we pull out our new best friend, the King Henry chart.
Okay, let's just follow the steps. First, we find our start and end points. We're starting at milk for milli, and we're going to by for our base unit, which is grams. So how many jumps is that? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3 jumps to the left. So we take the decimal on 495, which, is hiding at the very end, and we just move it 3 spots to the left.
And there you have it. Boom! 495 milligrams is 0.495 grams. No complicated math, no need to pull out a calculator. We just counted a few jumps on a chart. How easy is that?
All right, let's flip it around. Let's really build up that confidence. What happens if we're going the other way, from a larger unit to a smaller one? Let's say, how many centimeters are in 5 meters? We're going to go right back to our chart and apply the exact same logic.
Okay, let's see how this works going in the other direction. We started our base unit, by from meters, and we want to get all the way over to chocolate for centi. That's 1, 2 jumps to the right. So we take our number, 5, and we move the decimal point 2 places to the right, filling in those empty spots with zeros.
And just like that, we get 500. 5 meters is the same as 500 centimeters. See? The exact same process works perfectly.
You see, what might have felt kind of complicated before is now incredibly simple. This isn't just a party trick, it's a legitimate tool. It's your new metric superpower for cooking, for science, or for any time you run into the metric system. And it works for everything. 1 kilometer to meters, that's 3 jumps right, so it's 1,000 meters. 5 meters to centimeters, just 2 jumps right for 500 centimeters. Half a liter to milliliters, bam, 3 jumps right for 500 milliliters. It is so consistent and reliable every single time.
So, what you should really take away from all this are these 3 simple things. First, always remember the phrase. That's your guide. Second, just count the jumps between where you're starting and where you're ending. And third, follow that direction, left or right, to move your decimal point. That is the whole shebang.
So think about it. We just took what seems like a complex math problem and we solved it with a silly phrase and just counting.
It kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other big, complicated challenges in our lives are just sitting there, waiting for us to find a simpler framework, a King Henry of their own, to make them perfectly clear? Something to think about.
You officially have the key. This simple code turns what used to be a confusing task into a quick and easy mental exercise. So I guess my final question for you is, now that you've cracked the code, what are you going to...